My last relationship has been one of the biggest lessons for me, I guess. And they say sometimes you have to talk about things until you get over it, and I totally agree because sometimes you just see certain things and you just wonder, like, is this destined to happen, or is this as a result of choice? Is this as a result of how people treat you? You know what I mean? And I think it has a lot to do with the latter. Like, it doesn't take a lot to just be kind and be nice. And we've all had our mess ups when we get angry and we do things. We try to create a perfect world by doing all these things, yet not thinking about the consequences. Men um, can be very, you guys are very ambitious. It is normal for a man to be very ambitious, but to be ambitious and not care about like how you're hurting other people, it's not fair. For one, I believe in fairness. It's not fair and it's not great. Like when you see all these things happening in the world, like in Gaza and Israel, this is as a result of ambition, and mainly because of men and men's ambition. Like, they don't care if they have to kill millions of people to get what they want. And, it was just like also me listening to this podcast where this guy talks about, war is not just the result of wanting land and resources. It's ideologies, it's ambition, and just things that people have in their heads, stories, and you see how power doesn't really bring people happiness. Like, the world is so messed up now, and I don't really know what's going to happen. You see, with the rise of social media, everybody thinks that they could have these things that other people have, because why not? And we forget that, like, we operate within a system. And I just see chaos happening in the near future, but what do I know? Like, I feel like with everything that has been done, it's kind of like we're gonna do this and then after we're gonna say sorry. Just like how colonizers came to Canada, killed all indigenous people, took their lands, and then afterwards were like, oh, we're so sorry. Like, that changes anything. But I digress. Um, I think I started this saying that how my last relationship was very saddening, how it happened, what has been happening thus far, and I care about people. If I didn't care, we wouldn't be here. It's as a result of me caring and loving and being a loving person. That's why, like, things affect me so much when people do things, like to hurt me, to hurt other people. I said before, like, I'm so happy that I'm not one of those persons that think that if I dated him after you and I got to keep him, you know, I win. Because at the end of the day, you should treat everybody how you want to be treated. And that's something that I stand by. If I want someone to love me, I have to love them. If I'm a man or if I'm a woman, I'm a woman, but you get it. Like, you're a man, you should be a man, and a woman should be a woman. Like, we're in society now, like, we have guys that want to be pampered, all these stupid shit that people see online, and they don't have no morals and values, so they just, like, pick it up and take it in and think, like, this is how it's supposed to be. And as a result, it's causing this to spread in society. Like, I, for one, have dated guys, and it's just like, you're coming after me and then bringing drama that I do not want into my life. It's like you're persistent, like you're You're pushing, you're coming, you're telling me all these lies. And the biggest thing I've had to realize in my reflection is people lie to get what they want, and I'm an honest person. So I don't fit into places like this. And I don't want these types of people to come into my life and try to bother me. But, you know, these people take advantage of you when you're kind and you're loving and these things, and it's really sad. So, the last guy that I dated, I don't really want to talk about that actually, but it just shows the damage that people can do to others. And healing takes a lot, especially these days. Like, you see how women go through a lot of stuff, and especially when you have children for these men, you have children for men, and then like you tell them these lies. Like, my ex, like, he would tell me all these things about a woman that he had children with, putting me against her. Like, you did this. Like, if you didn't tell me all these things, these horrible, hurtful things that were all lies about a person, what does it take to be kind to somebody that you had sex with, somebody that you put your raw penis in and came in this person? Can you imagine? Like, you had raw sex with this person, you came in this person. This person got pregnant with your child, had your child in their belly. And these are the things that you could say to them, about them, behind their back, and it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like when you're having sex, common sense. If you don't want to have children, you talk about it. You wear a condom. You use your instincts. Don't get me wrong, I know that like sometimes women lie and do all these things to have kids, and that's why I say I don't fit into this world, because these are things that I wouldn't do. If I want to have a child with a man, I would talk to him about it, and it's either or. But it's just like a lot, and I try to like block these things and keep these things out of my mind, and it's like they just keep popping up. You block men from your phone, people that you had relations with that lied about their entire existence. They still try to call you in some way, and it affects me because I don't want to think about these things anymore. That's really the problem. Like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to live like a simple life, call it traditional, call it whatever, with somebody that isn't overly ambitious, with not a guy. Everybody wants to be Leonardo DiCaprio these days. It's like you're in your 40s, 50s, and you want to date younger women. It's just, this thing is just contagious, and it's killing the society. Men are... I'm going to tell this story afterwards, but it's just a lot, and I don't want to deal with it. Imagine living your life and having to be so cautious about these types of things, that you're so insecure about your life, that you have to say all these lies, and then obviously I'm gonna find out, and then I'm hurt because I didn't come in. I don't lie to people about nothing. Like, this is my life, and this is what you see is what you get. Like, having to go through life just like wondering, it damages you. It really does, because it makes you not able to trust anybody. What happened to just being authentic and like yourself? You feel like you have to say all, you're so insecure, and you so don't have confidence and love yourself that you feel like you have to lie and do all these things to be with a pretty girl. I love people for who they are, and I feel like that's how it should be, not for what they have. I mean, if it's either I'm attracted to you or I'm not. It's as simple as that. I seriously don't want to have to deal with this shit anymore. Like, I'm really just tired of it. Dating should not be this hard. Trying to be with someone and they just lying about their entire existence. How does that make any sense?